Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Ostriv. It is fantastic to have you back in the city as we are starting to grow our food operations now. We have 3 big O farms here ready to go with multitude of different fields, which are somewhat uneven, but I'm going to plant some nice trees and stuff there to make it look real cute. And of course, our city should be thriving in no time. Good to see you all back as we've entered bankruptcy. No surprise there. I did mention it. Yes, I did. We have 6,400 sunflower oil in storage, by the way, at the trading post. So as soon as we have a business deal to trade that, that's almost like $4,000 dollars right there. So we're basically plus up to. We just need for it to come in. But luckily in Ostriv, money's not everything. Again, back in these times, people would just trade mostly goods for services and things like that. So our people will still work, of course, as they're being fed and whatnot. They understand that, of course, you know, if you're not being paid to plant potatoes, there's still a reason to plant potatoes because you don't want trouble to happen for everybody moving out or whatnot. There's a few shortages of food I see in a few places where people either haven't been able to get to the market or they just don't have access to the food. But luckily, everybody is producing lots of fish, potatoes, and of course now we've started wheat production. It's been planted for this year, and we'll get on crop rotation and a few other housekeeping things for later. But for now, at least, we have our first windmill ready to go, with the second one being built shortly. So welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much for smashing that like button, destroying that subscribe button, and annihilating that join button as well. Let me know if you're a new member down below. We'd love to have you here, supporting the channel like never before. You guys are amazing, so thanks as always for the support. The farm here is going to look really nice. This huge area now is occupied by 3 farms with each 4 fields that are all relatively close to each other and have been doing quite good in producing the food and materials needed for the sunflower harvest in last year. It definitely does work since we've been able to get a lot of those materials. I've been putting a lot of other things on hold, like for example our our horse barn, our stables, and our workshop for the wagons and a few other things are on hold for now. But I have another area here where I think I'm going to be able to store, like, for example, chickens or something like that. And again, chicken eggs are big in the game, so I'm going to go ahead and put that down as well to prepare for our eventual expansion. Now, I think some late-game things that we're going to see is the stone mining camp much later, the lime works, the lime kiln, the shoemaker and stuff like that. Of course, we need animals in order to make leather out of, and of course, particularly cattle. So eventually we'll have to have ourselves a cow shed, then a slaughterhouse, then a tannery, but then, of course, in order to tan clothing self-sufficiently, we'll need to be able to provide all sorts of things in order to do that, like lime. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get the chicken coop up. Let's see where that is. There it is. I'm going to build a couple of those because, as I've realized in our last game of Ostriv, it is an incredibly valuable thing to have not only chicken meat, but also to have access to a bunch of eggs, too. Eggs are very, very important in this game, and everybody seems to always wanting to be buying those. So they're a great export, and they work very good internally. And that's why I'm also growing a lot of that wheat, too, so that way I can actually try to, basically try to not have them die. There we go. Let's try to build a building here. I'm going to try to add some variety to my chicken coops. I'll start with 2, and then might go up to a 3rd one. I'll build a well over here as well, and then maybe something there to store. But this will be our chicken area here, so we'll put that nice next to that chicken coops there. So chickens will be here, and horses and such will be here. And then probably on this outskirts here, I'll do something for the cattle. It's a good idea also to have farms and stuff ready for them. And I'm going to put a few little trees and stuff around here to kind of separate this farm. Again, I don't want our town to look perfect. I think it adds more character if things are not perfect in this town. It really makes it look like not an Excel spreadsheet. This is 1721. No one had access to iOS. Definitely not Microsoft. That was not around. And, of course, the most important thing that we're thinking about, of course, Wi-Fi. They didn't have Wi-Fi back then, but they definitely had electricity for sure. 110% confirmed. Yep, it's got to be. All right, well, we see some really beautiful roadways being built by the people now. This is so crazy how Ostriv actually has the capability of doing this. Later on, we will build our church here, and we still have this man still standing around. Ostap is homeless, I guess. I guess his family misses him. Oh, they're actually moving out. No, Wait, your family left without you, dude? I'm so sorry. Oh, he's actually a logger, but I fired everyone before. Is he even employed anymore? He's not even... He doesn't even work here. You're not even... Okay, I don't know what to think of this. Is there a way to... Okay, I'll have to send that to developers. That's obviously a glitch. Apparently his family moved out a long time ago, which is actually a problem because this is going to be I guess a forever abandoned home now because his family moved out, or they want to move out, but they're waiting for their father to come back home, except he's never going to come home. I think he's stuck on this tree, so is there a way I can get this removed? I don't think there's a way for me to actually do that in this game. He's, like, forever stuck there. So I guess rip to this house and rip to the one guy stuck on the log. I think it's just pathing. They probably are moving out because he can't eat, so he doesn't have access to go home to have food, so the house basically thinks that they don't have food and they've had enough and they're just moving out. Same with this house over here. Let's actually get providing some food over here, too. Eventually we'll have chicken eggs, so that's really good news. Let's go ahead and go with our typical fish and firewood and what's the other thing I like to do? Buckwheat, too, is another good thing to have. Oh, good. Looks like that provided them exactly what they needed. Perfect. All right, well, that's interesting. Well, there you go. Things happen like that in Ostriv all the time. Looks like this is a very popular hotspot right here, this bench. The old bench looking over the beautiful little... That's gorgeous. That little river like that. Beautiful. All right, well, today we're going to finish up our chicken coops. Looks like construction is in progress. Looks like we're also about ready to enter the harvest season for wheat and whatnot. It is 1727, August. So the harvest, I think, actually begins in August in this game. Yeah, for certain crops, you can see them gathering potatoes and stuff here. Voldemir, for example, carrying 51 potatoes. Damn, it's very good. It's a lot of taters. Construction on the chicken coops are about to begin, and a trader has arrived. Wonderful. Unfortunately, if I buy live chickens, I don't think... Ooh, there we go. Sunflower oil deal is up here. Whoa, price per unit is 0.18. Some is only 3.60. Oh, we're going to have to start trading some other stuff then. Well, we have plenty of sunflowers sitting around too, so let's deal that up as well. So that'll give us... We'll climb out of debt a little bit later than I wanted, but it's not the end of the world in this game. It's more about surviving. Let's see. I'd like to import live chickens, but I just don't think we're going to have a chicken coop up in time. There's only 2 people building it. Damn. Well, that's okay. A builder will come around sometime later, or an opportunity to buy chickens, rather, will come around later. I'm also building a pine forest here as well. There's no buildings I can build here because it's a steep slope. I could build maybe a lime kiln there, but I don't want to put that near that part of the town. So we're going to try to continue to build houses and stuff down here. And maybe some more fishing docks, too, just to keep everybody fed near the shore. And then that should be fine. Looks like more food variety problems over here, but everyone else is out farming and doing everything that they're supposed to, so that's good. I want to expand this town this way as well. So we could probably start building buildings over this way, too, and expand on the farming town, which is why I built buildings up here, too, so that way some of the farmers could be closer to their employment, where they will have jobs on the farm up here. Now let's try to squeeze a house in here. Perfect. That'll be another house then for farmers. And they don't have to walk so far to work. So if these people are walking to this farm, for example, they'll just walk down here through this way. And then they'll be right at work right there. So they just got to go whoop, around the bend and that's it. Perfect. We're now harvesting hemp too. So in the next couple of years, we'll be able to start making our clothing. And then, of course, exporting that for more funds. So it seems like there's more ways to make money in Ostriv, but there are more smaller ways to make money. You can't just sell 3 billion eggs and get $100 trillion anymore. You have to slow and go, which makes it a lot more realistic. So that's good. But, of course, other things are a priority, I suppose, in Ostriv. Oh, this is going to look really beautiful. This long road here with all the cottonwood trees on it. That's going to be gorgeous. All right, let's continue to lay out the rest of the town then. I could lay out a house here. I could lay out a house here. Eventually, when there's more buildings and stuff to build in the game, for example, schools and hospitals, we'll be able to do a lot more variety rather than just having large amounts of labor. Oh, good. A chicken coop has actually been constructed. Unfortunately, the trader is gone, so we'll be able to build that first thing next. I'll start building a house there, and probably a marketplace down here, too. Every little nook and cranny in the game is a good idea to put a little market stall, because it can provide all that extra food. Looks like there's really just a few problems of food variety. That's better than everybody starving. We have 130 people in the town. Holy crap, that's great. That means lots of people ready to work at the farms then. I'm going to get a couple of people on chicken coops. Actually, let's just get one. And I want her to at least store the grain and things that'll be needed there. I could probably put another granary down here too, so that way it could be stored nearby. All the grain of wheat and whatnot. It'll be a transfer station. All the workers can... actually put all... Oh, actually, you know what I should do is put one down by the mills. Yeah. If I put one down here, workers can bring grain and store it in the granary. The mill workers can bring grain back and forth from the mill. And then the marketplace employees can pick up the flour from the actual granary itself. I want to see if I can put that somewhere nearby. It might be a good idea to put it maybe just like down here or something, so that way we can also store fish. Let's see if there's a good spot to kind of tuck that in. I'd like to put it in down here. Or maybe even in the center of town. Like right here. Kind of a neat way to separate the buildings. Yeah, then I can put a fence here and stuff. There is plenty of space here. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that there. Excellent. So then all the farmers will bring all the wheat down here. And then, boom, right into flour. Now, we will have to save some of the wheat, too, for the chicken coops. But luckily, the farmers... the farmers bring it back to the farm. As you can see, there's 572 wheat there. So we will now start operating our first mill. Now, all we need to do is convert it into flour. So then people will consider that as a new food source. So that's very exciting. No chickens here yet, but that's okay. Dried fish and flour. No need for any of that. All right, good. So now the good news is we now have access to chickens. We can actually get chickens there. Looks like they have plenty of storage for that. I believe each holds 30 chickens each. Okay. So we can hold a few chickens on each at each barn. So that's going to be 30 each. I don't know what their egg output is, but we can, of course, spread that around a little bit and have like another chicken farm down here, too. Or put one on the other side of the river if we want to. Food is, of course, takes up the most amount of space in this game for us. God, this looks beautiful. All right, let's put down some more dog rose bushes. I just want to add more stuff. It looks nice. All right, and the flour mills are finally spinning away. We are now producing flour, which means we can sell another variety food at the marketplaces. So no better place to get flour from than, boom, right here, close to the market. And let's put another one down here as well. Switch one of these from sunflower to just regular flour. Perfect. Now we'll start out slow with the amount of sunflower that we will have. Flour that we have, but eventually it'll grow up. We have a huge storage, though. Check that out. We've got 359 wheat stored there. I'll have to work on crop rotation for the next year. So next year, actually, we didn't really use that much. Let's do 2 years of wheat, and then we'll do a year of fallow, and then maybe buckwheat here. And buckwheat takes up what now? Well, next year we'll just do wheat again. Let's actually just do 2 years of wheat. We'll be fine. Because some of these fields actually didn't even, didn't even get planted before the summer came. They did complete the farm, but they weren't able to plant all the crops. So that's good. 130 people in the town. That's incredible. So the granary is another important building. Chicken coop next, and the well. Yep, that's going to be good. And then, of course, all we need right now is just one chicken coop complete to store some of the chickens. Then we can split the herd between the two places. All right. Let's see. Do you call them a herd? What's a group of chickens called? Oh, nuggets. That's right. Yes. A group of chickens is called nuggets. Yeah. Pretty sure. I can put some more houses down here, but right now I need to keep things closer to the farm down here. So we should probably build some more homes on the backside here, just to keep all the farm labor together, and so that way people don't have to spend most of their workday actually getting to their job. Put another house there for good measure. Okay, finally, we got some chickens here. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and buy. Now, this will just get us more and more in debt, but I'm just going to go ahead and buy. You know, let's just do a full group of chickens. And now we can start working our debt off by selling eggs, sunflower oil, sunflower seeds, and then eventually the biggest money makers, which is anything made out of leather. So we'll have to try to get cattle next. But more importantly, it's just trying to get our city up and running, which does take a lot of time and a lot of money in Ostriv. It does take a lot of time to get all that stuff going. But luckily the farms are all done, so now we can for sure feed everyone, except for the glitch home over here. Wow, at least Ostap changed to his winter clothes. He must have got home somehow when we weren't looking, and he changed his outfit. Good on him. Good on him. All right, let's see. I want to place some more trees around. Maybe some more cottonwood trees over here to separate the two. Let's see if we can do that. Adorable. Okay, that's going to look just fine, I think. That'll be fine. Alright, winter of 1727 begins, going on into 1728. Oh, this is looking really good. I could also put a bunch of trees down here too, but this land isn't really that usable with it being so steep. I think I could squeeze in a few more, maybe a few more fishing docks, probably on this side, and then use this granary here to store everything. So it looks like the chicken coop is almost done. Then they'll quickly build the next well. A few more homes. We'll put the granary next, though, so that way we can get the flour stored. How much flour have we produced? Let's see. This should be a year-round job, too, by the way. So it's 100 stored there. And then how is flour starting to get delivered? Looks like there is. Yes, 120 here in 1727. Excellent. So flour is being produced and delivered. So we have yet another food type. So now we have chickens in our town. Let's see, actually. Let's make sure we hire another person so they go to the right place. Ah, there they go. There's the whole load of chickens. Well, let's hire a bunch of people here. Now, there should be a way to relocate some of these chickens. So, livestock limit is 30, currently 20. Let's go ahead and wait until this building here has got some people working in it. And they're going to grab some water. That's why the well is going to be the next important thing to build, so they can get water for the chickens here. It looks like there's plenty stored. So let's just keep them nice and warm here for the summer, or for the winter, and then in the summer we'll switch the coop there. They'll flue the coop, I suppose. Let's go ahead and try to build another chicken coop somewhere nearby. Let's see. I'd like to build another chicken coop somewhere on this side. Maybe over here we could build another couple of chicken coops. Actually, which way is the entrance to the chicken coop? I think it's on that side, right? There we go. We'll build another couple of chicken coops there. The end of the town here will be on this side. So then if I go across, I can build another bridge to expand the town one more time here. I think this would be a good spot. Don't want to go too far away from the center of town for services and whatnot. That's why all the town's buildings have been built kind of around the crux here. This is like the center of town here, just next to the town hall, where our church will be. So I don't want people to be too far away. Some of these people are a little far, but not too crazy. But over there might be a little much. But luckily, we do have plenty of space for more buildings. So bankruptcy is upon us again. That will definitely be resolved in a lot longer time now, because of all of the craziness in terms of getting started. But it is at least functioning quite nicely. I'm really irritated nobody takes that bridge. They all like to walk down here and then like take this path. Those Raptorians, I tell you, they're crazy. Food variety is lacking again. I think we need to get our other mill up too. So let's make sure we unpause this. And let's put that down after the granary. So that way we can make wheat twice as fast. How much wheat are we storing on? Looks like it must have all got transferred. One of these farms has 1,000 wheat still. This one has 3. Oh, okay, yep. We want to make sure we hold a lot of grain there for the chickens. Very good. Okay. Well, so far so good. If I make another farm, it'll probably be here, and it'll be more wheat fields to take care of our animals. Wheat is going to be extremely important for all the animals. And winter of 1728 is almost over. 1727. As we're about ready to get into spring. Probably in late February, early March, it starts to clear up a little bit. Let's see here. More dog rose bushes over here. And some more trees to blend. Ah, we have a trader here. Alright, let's see. Ooh, and it looks like they want a lot of stuff. Let's go ahead and slow down time here. Let's go ahead and go a full delivery of sunflower seeds, full delivery of sunflower oil. No on the lime or dried fish or anything like that. Well, we're certainly in debt, so we could probably just end up buying more food, I suppose. Why not? Let's go ahead and... Oh, wait, that was to sell. Well, that's okay. We don't have any of that. Okay, let's go back to the market. Somebody's going to show up here, and they're going to be like, hey, yeah, where's the dried fish? Oops. It's all good. Let's speed up time. So now everybody's complaining about food variety again. No surprise there. Probably out of all the fresh fish for the year. But we do still have potato and buckwheat and other things ready. And now we're starting to produce chicken eggs, too. Yes, 46 chicken eggs there. Perfect. So now people can start making cakes and things out of flour and egg and whatnot. Let's go ahead and change one of these from fish to maybe this one over here. Change this one from sunflower oil to eggs. And that should be just fine. It's all alphabetical, right? It doesn't seem to be listed. I don't see eggs. A, B, C, D, E, F. There's no eggs at the moment. Wonder why that is. Is it because it's not stored in the granary, maybe? Ah, that might be why. Okay, well, also there's not flour stored here. But we can store a little bit of flour. I'll go ahead and store, let's say 250. No, 500. And then we'll go, all the eggs can be stored here. So chicken eggs will go ahead and go to 50,000. Alright, there we go. That should give us... Ah, there we go. Perfect. Now eggs are being brought over. So the market should be able to sell that now because we're providing that. I can't scroll up or down. Maybe it needs to be delivered. Chicken eggs should be able to be sold directly back to the people. Maybe it's under chicken egg. Ah, there it is. That's why. Okay, perfect. So now chicken eggs are being sold, and the next granary is going up. Perfect. And let's see, firewood here. I want to make sure we're selling a variety of food now. Firewood's pretty easy to get. If we have any firewood issues, we'll put up another marketplace somewhere. Ah, good. The windmill's doing a good job. We got our backup windmill ready to go, too, just in case. All right, good. A lot of people going and visiting their loved ones over there. And the granary is complete. Good. Now the next windmill will go up for the year. And we'll hire a couple of people here to grab flour and wheat. So we'll go ahead and store like 250 here. And wheat will store 500. Each of those seems to process, I think, 250 at a time. But we'll figure it out in time. Good. Now that granary is closer, so that way marketplaces on this side can get access to it. I suppose we could also store fish here, too. So that way they don't have to walk as far. Let's go ahead and store 500 fish here. And the marketplaces, rather the granaries, will share access to stuff, so it's not like one's taking from the other. Let's hire a few more people to get goods moving right away, so we can get that food variety up. Okay, so we should be able to relocate the group here. So let's go ahead and relocate... how many hatchlings do we have? 10? Almost? Alright, let's relocate 10 hatchlings. And let's go with 15 chickens over to the other... Let's see, click on another coop. There you go. And watch the chicken parade begin. Somebody's going to guide them over there. Oh, wait, they already did it automatically. There used to be, like, chicken parades and stuff that used to happen. That was kind of cool. Alright. So now we've got, let's see, 5 here. And 15 here. Oh, it was chickens, then hatchlings. My mistake. That's okay. We'll have a good spread between the two. 2 chicken coops is great. When they hit the top number, they'll start slaughtering them in order to make more meat for us. So excellent. Soon. Okay, let's make sure we take advantage of hay dryers. So we have some hay dryers down here. I want to make sure we can make straw out here, so let's try to do that. It's kind of weird how the hay dryer has to be so far away from another one. And that there needs to be nothing around it. Oh, right, because they actually gather grass to do that. It's not actually from the straw itself. Or straw is from the grass, hay is from the ground in this game. Because there's a hay dryer, but then some things require straw. Let's see. That is going to be the hay bunker. There it is, hay barracks, yep. Alright, we'll put another one here. I'm going to just store it in any open area that I can. Storage is pretty important and very easy to build. They're very simple to put down. Okay, messenger from Rafa's visiting. More live chickens. Looks like he's selling all that stuff. Honey, I can't wait till we can make that, but for now we can't. It'll be cool to do beehives and such. Okay. Well, let's get our remaining chicken coops ready so we can keep on bringing in good food. Then we should be able to just sell chicken eggs every time. But the big money makers are going to be anything made out of leather. And then, of course, now, in the next episode, we'll be able to start working on our industry. So that's going to be taking all this hemp that we've gathered for the last couple of years here, which I think is still being stored at the farm, yeah. So now I need to start making a processing area for that. Everything up here is pretty squeezed in tight, so we're probably going to make something across the river. So we'll put the bridge on the docket as well for construction. So let's finish up the chicken coops and then the bridge. Then we can put another industrial area here. and then more farming and food production here along the river, and then on this side too. So we can build another bridge that links all three of them together like that. Very important to link those three together. Food variety, not too bad. Want to get those 2 chicken coops remaining completed too, because chickens are very good. And we've got plenty of wheat. Wow, there's like 300 wheat there for them. That's awesome. All right, and a fallow field, good. Let's take a look at fertility. Sunflower seeds, and then, yeah, they're basically out. So next year is fallow, good. These should be just fine. Good. All right, so the next thing we're going to focus on then is clothing production. Then after that, bigger livestock. Then after that, tanning and leather. And then after that, production and usage of that leather, so that way we can sell it. So it'll probably be a long time. The game kind of forces you to get into debt a little bit, so that way you can get out by using all the things that you've built through tumultuous times to try to actually, like, create an economy. You know, you get into debt, and then you pay it off by providing goods and services. In this case, it is going to be our, probably leather is going to be our most profitable thing at some point. Love these cottonwood trees. They stick straight up. And so it makes it really easy to plant them without interfering with buildings. Cool. All right, so we can put additional storage here. I could probably put a warehouse here for certain things, but we're going to definitely put a warehouse over there for future buildings. So let's try to put a storage building here too. What do we have for a warehouse? Yeah, warehouse is going to be needed now for certain things. And it probably won't hurt to put that down. And maybe another cart parking there. Wow, a lot of traders are coming over often. That's good. Horses they want to trade, live chickens. I don't want to sell any more of the sunflowers. I'd rather just sell the seeds now. Or rather the processed oil. We can still see there's some sunflowers there. So we'll have to hire a few people for working on... We'll just keep the labor very light. Keep making that oil, even though there's 2,400 in storage. It's not too important. Good. Alright, bridge construction is next after the 2 chicken coops. Chicken coops are pretty far out there, but these people will probably end up working on it. And we do have another house there. And more homes that we'll probably construct around here. Wow, what a nice little town. Can't wait until we can get this area finished up. I'm probably going to make it kind of like a... kind of how it's shaped now. We'll put the church in the middle and then... make sure people can't cut across. They'll have to go around the church, which will be cool. It'll be like a roundabout, kind of. Except everybody will go any direction, since rules of the road don't yet exist. Let's put more trees down. Maybe we could put some more benches down, too, for our farmers. Try to put some benches near each of the farms. Well, there's one there too. Good. Alright, very nice. A lot of little additions here. Now we just need things to grow, including our town a little bit more. A few more harvests have to get finished and buildings have to be completed, but I've done it many a time. We've gotten out of debts and out of problems, and this is our natural this is my natural habitat, really. Let's see how flour is doing now. 45 on grain. Flour is probably just being immediately consumed and being brought to market, so that's good. As soon as they're done making it, they're selling it, so that'll bring in some cash for us. Let's go ahead and stop that. People cutting through. Oh, too long, huh? There we go. That looks nice. Now, if somebody wants to come over this way, let's go ahead and make a path here so they can actually cut through. I'll make an arch. Nope, not a big one. Okay, that looks good. And we'll just leave the little doorway here. The arch will be more welcoming for anybody to walk through the neighborhood. To the well there. That looks nice. Open area to the other side. There's really only just a few houses back here, so it's not a big deal. So let's put some more ash trees down to make it look good. And some more dog rose bush. And look at that, we've got ourselves the chicken coop up. So just one more to go. Good. Excellent. All right, let's put down some benches. Perfect. Okay. Looks good. Getting really nicely detailed now. Anywhere I can't build, I'll just kind of put some plants in, and it looks quite decent, quite nice. I really wish people would take that bridge off to find a way to block them for real, but they walk along where I can't put my building area. So they're being a bunch of pain in the necks. What I'll have to do is create like a long maze so that way they're forced to take that bridge or something like that. There's got to be a way to do it. Actually, wait a minute. I bet there is. No, I'm always going to have a gap here. Because I don't think I can build against the bridge. Yeah, if I could build like that or something, it would be great connecting to the bridge. But, oh well, they escape me. Soon I will have ultimate control. Alright, how big's that church, by the way? Let's take a look at that for when we set it up. So under religion, we have ourselves this building. Oh, this would be perfect right here. Now, where's the front of the church? Ah, here. Okay. So we'll build it just like that, probably. And then a fence on the outside like that. That's going to be perfect. It'll look just like that. That's going to look gorgeous. Very nice. Perfect. Alright, guys. Well, that is it for today's episode. Thank you, as always, for tuning in for more Ostriv. The next time you see me, some buildings will be a little bit more complete. And we'll jump ahead towards completing this industrial area. We'll have the bridge ready. We'll start building our next level of industry here, have interconnectivity between the three quote-unquote islands, then we'll start on getting out of that debt. But the most important thing is complete. People are being fed, and now we have an opportunity to strike back at our debt by using this large labor force to produce items to finally make a name for ourselves. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for leaving a like. See you soon. Goodbye, everyone.